Oh, hey you! What up? Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Sorry, I was just admiring myself there in my monitor because I am really liking this little look that I prepared for today's video. In today's video, I am going to be using all of my favorite drugstore products, current favorites, and also staples in my arsenal that are from the drugstore to create this festive but easygoing holiday look. So this is going to be a get ready with me for the holiday season, very chill type of tutorial, something that I wanted to record as a feel-good vibe type of video that I hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, let's get into this video, but also remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can watch all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get into this video. Are you ready? I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been born ready. Let's do it. Okay, so for primer, I'm gonna reach for my Essence Tinted Primer, My Skin Perfector, the one that I love. Instead of the shade 30 that I usually use, I'm gonna use 20 today because I'm a little lighter now. And also, I ran out of the 30, so I need a refill ASAP because it's my favorite primer. And of course, if you haven't gotten it yet, I'm not gonna remind you, more for me, but if you're new to my channel, if you don't know what I'm talking about, links are below. And this primer is my absolute fave from the drugstore, and I am linking it today, as always, so that you can get your hands on it. I love this primer because it is, in fact, pore filling, so it is very friendly on skin texture. It also has a little bit of coverage, so it helps with things like this. It helps with redness, with spots, with discoloration. So it's just a really, really solid product. And it's only like $5. For my drugstore foundation today, I'm gonna reach for this new CoverGirl Clean Liquid Foundation. It's something that I've been liking lately. I find that it's very lightweight, very wearable, very natural looking, and makes your skin look radiant, but not cakey or fakey. It's just like a nice formulation, and it wears really well. Only problem is that this foundation does not have a pump, so you have to release the product onto the back of your hand or onto a brush. The shade that I'm gonna be using today is 153 Sand Beige. Whoa! See, exactly. I just released way too much product. I do not need that much, but if it had a pump, then I can control it. I mean, you just saw how little I picked up. Oh, cat hair. Alexa, read me the notification.
Did you know I can translate words and phrases into more than 50 languages? Try asking me. Based on your order history, it may be time to reorder World's Best Cat Litter Multiple Cat Unscented, 32 pounds.
Here goes Alexa, once again interrupting my videos. But apparently I'm also low on cat litter, so I guess that's good. And that was not an Alexa plug, by the way.
I don't know that one.
Me neither. So that little bit that I picked up and applied to just this side of my face, I was able to spread across both sides of my face, across my nose, my chin, even a little bit into the jawline. But my forehead is essentially free of any product right now, and I still have this much left over. So you can see that this product definitely does go a long way. I wouldn't say that it's the most full coverage foundation ever, but it does provide some really good medium coverage that you can also build up. But the best part, oh my god, this cat hair, hold on. Where is it? I feel it, but I don't see it. There it is. Jesus. But the best part about this foundation is how radiant and natural it makes your skin look. Also, I find that the undertones of this foundation are very realistic. Like, they are not too pink, they're not too cool, they're not too orange, they're not too golden, you know, they're just like very skin-like and very honest, you know? So even this shade right here that I used, Sand Beige, is like a pinch on the cooler side, but it's still neutral enough that I can wear it and it looks pretty good on me, I think. So now with the holiday season approaching, with Thanksgiving being literally tomorrow, even though I'm filming this video on Monday and it's not tomorrow in real life, but when this video is live, Thanksgiving will be tomorrow. And the reason why I'm saying all that is because this type of consistency I find is really good for the holiday season. I feel like it's not too heavy that you're feeling like you're wearing too much. I feel like it's just the right balance for the colder weather and also for being indoors and also for looking your best in the holiday season. It's just like the right amount of everything, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's move on to a concealer that I rediscovered lately, and it's also from CoverGirl. CoverGirl, why did I say it like CoverGirl? It's also from CoverGirl. It's their TruBlend Undercover concealer. A lot of people like this one, and it took me a minute to fall in love with it. Frankly, because I always thought it was a little too thick, like a little too full coverage for my liking. But I think this was because I didn't really know how to use it properly, but now I do, and I can understand why everybody is obsessed. So the shade that I'm using here is medium 300 Honey. It has this really nice peachy undertone, so it's great for the under eye, for the dark circles, for any discoloration. And it's also another one of those shades that just really universal for those of us who are in the middle of the spectrum in terms of skin tones. So if you are like a medium or like a tan, this is a great color for the under eye, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a second, and then I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty concealer brush just to kind of stipple that on and dilute it. So the thing with this one is, because it is super full coverage and it's a thicker consistency, this product will not go anywhere. It will stay put. So as long as you let it sit for a few seconds and then gently buff it out, you can trust that this will not crease, this will not smear or smudge on you. So it's also just like a really, really great drugstore option for the holiday season, especially for holiday dinners, when you need your makeup to be reliable. Boom. Also, there's kind of a sweet spot with this one. You don't want to let it sit for too long, because then it becomes a little too thick, like a little too hard to blend out. So just give it a few seconds, like no more than 20 really, and buff it out the way that I'm doing with just a really nice dense brush. I would even say that this would serve as a really good eye primer, but you probably need a lot less product. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just dab a pinch like that, and then just quickly blend that. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing a weird hum, it's because there's like some planes, they may be even like some fighter jets like that are flying over the Hudson River area, and I live right by the river, and so you could probably hear it, and it's a little weird, but there's nothing I can do about that. I do not live in the suburbs, even though I'm kind of ready for the burbs. But anyway, just FYI. Okay, base is set. I'm gonna grab my PIXI H2O SkinVeil Powder that I really like. I find this one to be extremely smoothing and just like really, really gentle. This is such a fine powder that you have to be careful with it. Even if you breathe on it, it'll go everywhere. So I try to be very easy with it. I like to use it to set the under eye, to set the pore zones, to make my pores go away, to mattify, but I don't like to use it all over the face, just because this is a product that I enjoy sparingly. Also, this is light enough that I can use this to set my concealer on my lids to get it prepped for my eye makeup. And it won't add that crinkly effect or anything like that. It's just fine enough and perfecting enough to actually make your skin look better. So I love this one. I use it sparingly, but then again, it's $24 and its luxury counterparts are probably like in the $60 range. So maybe I don't even need to use it sparingly. In any case, for the rest of the face, that rhymed, I'm gonna use my CoverGirl Clean Fresh pressed powder in the shade Tan. Ochre. And this is just like to add a little bit more life to my complexion. I do realize that the shade Sand Beige is like a pinch cool for me. So I just need to warm it up a bit. And this is just like the perfect color to do that with. Just like to stipple my forehead. I use a really big brush. This one's from Bare Minerals to kind of hug my entire cheek real estate, which is a lot of real estate. Also the jaw. And just set everything in place. Didn't it just like add a bit of life to my complexion? Because before it was just a pinch dull down. You know, it was like a bit grayed out. But now it's like back to me. Okay, moving on. For blush, I have several options from the drugstore that I really, really love. You might have heard me talk about Flower Beauty blush bombs. These are incredible. Liquid blushes, a little bit goes a long way, super duper pigmented. And Flower Beauty is just, it's a drugstore brand that I really, really like. I find them to be extremely luxurious in terms of the actual product. The packaging is more or less drugstore packaging, but just the product itself is very high end. It's very, very good quality. And so I absolutely recommend Flower Beauty as a brand. I love their blushes. They are so, so, so nice. Very similar to the Rare Beauty blushes in terms of pigment and how far just a little bit can go. You may already know I'm a big fan of PIXI's Blush on the Glow. Why is everything rhyming today? Literally, that is not my intent. Seems a little pre-scripted, but I promise you it's not. Anyway, I love this one. It's shaped like deodorant, which is really cute. I use this a lot in the summertime. This is not necessarily a shade that I would reach for now in the holiday season. I find that like the colors are shifting a little bit and we're drifting from like those oranges and peaches and brown more into like the wine and gold and the red category. Also, we're kind of like reaching for different formulations, maybe not necessarily a matte, but perhaps like something with a little bit of a shimmer finish, maybe perhaps even a satin. Before today, I'm actually gonna grab my girl's palette. This is Makeup by Denise x PIXI, and her palette is called Mind Your Own Glow, which is so super cute. And in this palette, there's basically 9 shimmery finishers, right? So from bronzing shades to highlighting shades to some like glowy blush shades. So I'm gonna use one of the blush shades to just give myself a little bit of a glow, because 'tis the season. I'm gonna use this Persona Cosmetics brush for the blush. I'm gonna dip into this pinkier tone here. And what's pretty about this is that it has flecks of gold, so you could easily apply this as a highlighter as well. See how pretty that is? It definitely glows, but it definitely also gives you that hint of color. Now this palette you can find at Target or online at pixibeauty.com, and I recommend it. I really like it for really getting that glow. Okay, now let's talk about bronzer. Every time I mention a drugstore bronzer, I always talk about the same one, and it's the Lip Bar bronzer. It's a blush and a bronzer duo that I will pop up right here, and I love this one a lot. It's a great, great, great product, but today I'm gonna go for something different because I've talked about the Lip Bar bronzer so many times. I wanna give you guys variety, and I wanna give you options. So today I'm gonna go for the BALM Cosmetics Bahama Mama bronzer. This one is so super nice, and I've had this shade forever. I think the shade is actually Bahama Mama. So there's like different bronzers with different themes on it. I think it's available in Walmart, in Walgreens, also on Amazon. So when linking these products, I'll just try to find the best price, which is what I usually do when I link the products down in the description. And that way you don't have to search for the best price. I'll do that for you. Anyway, this bronzer is matte and it's very buildable and it's very natural looking. The shade is right. It's not too orange. You know how I feel about orange bronzers. Orange bronzers to me can pretty much ruin the best possible makeup job. And they could take it from nice to totally amateurish. I am just appalled by the fact that a lot of brands still make orange bronzers. I don't get it. But anyway, this one is not orange one bit. Beautiful, it's radiant. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna talk about highlighters at the end because I just like to apply my highlighters at the end. Let's go into brows, okay? From the drugstore, I love my NYX brow products. Like, I'm obsessed with the brow glue. It's so super good. So I'm gonna use that today. But I must also mention, an honorary mention, the Maybelline Clear Mascara is probably my like OG brow gel. And also, it's the product that I use for my baby hairs, for flyaways, for my side bangs, to just like keep them nice and slick and together. But I do think that the brow glue by NYX is a little bit more current. You can definitely get that very modern, fluffy boy brow with it. And so today I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna fluff up these brows, making sure that all the hairs are pointing up. The thing with the brow glue is that once you have enough product, once you are able to glue your brow hairs together, you can't apply any more brow glue, because then it will start turning white and very unflattering. So you have to play around with it. I think it'll take you like a couple of tries to really understand how much your specific brow hairs need. But once you understand that formula, it becomes really easy to use. Now, this is a product that I can't necessarily glue down my brow hairs with because my brow hairs are a little bit too straight in the ends, but I can absolutely use it for fluffing up. Similarly, you already know my love for this brow pen runs so deep. It is the best. NYX Lift and Snatch Micro Fine Brow Marker is my absolute fave for filling in, for adding individual little brow hairs, almost like microblading my brows. You can make it look as natural or as snatchural as you want, because you know, snatchural is a term. The shades that I like to use are Espresso, Black, and Brunette. So the shade that I'm using here is Espresso, and there you have it. It's a natural little brow. All right, and so now for the fun part. I want to recommend something for the holiday season that will absolutely, I don't want to say change your life, but it will change your experience with makeup for the holiday season. I am talking about this new product that I discovered from the Lip Bar, and it looks like a lip gloss, but it's not. It's actually a glitter shadow, but it's a little bit different from those glitter shadows that you're used to seeing from Stila and from PIXI that were super popular like 2 years ago. I actually even had a collab with PIXI for one of those glitter shadows, and I still love those, but this one is a little bit different from those. Hear me out. So this product essentially goes on like a paint, right? You can add just a little bit to your lid, but then you can quickly buff that out with your finger for a super, super subtle, but very effective sparkly look. Now this is so stunning at night in candlelight. This is so perfect for the holiday season, for any like family dinner that you have going on or like an office party that you're going to. You can apply as little as you want for just like the most subtle sparkly effect, or you can go for like the full maximum and have like a really over the top wet looking type of glitter finish. So I'm gonna go for something in between, maybe not super over the top and wet looking, but not super subtle either, because I definitely want you to be able to appreciate it. And when I tell you that this gives you just the easiest, the quickest holiday look possible, I'm not even kidding. This is a product that you need, and of course I will link it down below, but it has been like my favorite product for like dressing up the eye. In fact, so much so that I wore this on my birthday when I was in Mexico. And you know, when you're on vacation and you really don't feel like doing too much with your makeup, and also like you're in the sun and your skin is looking its best and you're all bronzed up and shit, you know, so that's where I was. But then it was my birthday and I figured I don't want to do too much, but I definitely want to dress up my look just a bit, and this is the product that did that. The name of this shade is called Girl Next Door, and honestly I feel like it's the perfect name for this shade because it's just so easy and it's so effortless, yet it gives off such like maximum payoff. I'm obsessed. If you want a little bit more, of course, you could always add eyeshadow. You could always add like a cat eyeliner or like big lashes to really dress it up. But to me, this is perfect. This is what I'm gonna be wearing for Thanksgiving tomorrow at Lee's mom's house while she's cooking all day, while we're like listening to salsa and merengue and, you know, just like doing our thing. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm just using this curler from my previous video, Shoot Uyemura X Hello Kitty. And then for my lashes, I'm gonna use this new mascara from Heroine Make from Yes Style. Also a mascara that I tried for the first time in my previous video, but since filming my previous video, I got a chance to try it 2 more times and I am obsessed with this mascara. It is so perfect for short Asian lashes like mine. Not only does it hold the curl, not only does it volumize the lashes like to its maximum, but it also lengthens them because it is a fiber mascara, but it is a waterproof mascara, a waterproof fiber mascara that I can wear that does not smudge on me. So this is the perfect bet for me for the holiday season, for when I need my makeup to be reliable and long lasting. And just look at the difference. This mascara is insane. Now, of course, if you can't get this mascara in time for the holiday season, I have other options for you. And in fact, all of my favorite mascaras are on the cheaper side. They're all from the drugstore or from Yes Style. I'm a big fan of the Essence Lash Princess waterproof mascara. That one's a solid choice and has been forever. Also, I really, really like Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. That one is super good as well. Even though it's not said to be waterproof, it is a really like solid, sturdy formula, but I just want to show you the difference here. And I'm actually going to give you a close-up because this close-up is worth 1,000 words. Here's the before and here's the after. Damn, that's nice. Okay, so now let's talk highlighters. I have several favorite products from the drugstore in the highlighter category. Number 1 is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Bloom Time. This one is so good. It's so blinding, yet it's super fine. It's not harsh on your skin texture. I wouldn't call it perfecting, but then again, no highlighter is really perfecting of skin texture. It's all just like a little bit enhancing, if you know what I mean. But this one is definitely not harsh, and it's been a favorite for a long time. I'm also a huge fan of the PIXI highlighters, which is why I also really like Denise's palette in collab with PIXI. But PIXI's Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Delicate Dew is a longtime fave. I mean, this one is hitting pan and the name has rubbed off. This is like a longtime fave. I love it. Another product that a lot of people love and I love as well is the Revlon Skin Lights. This one is set to be a dupe to something high-end. I can't remember what. You've seen it go viral. You've heard a lot of people talk about this, and this is a really solid, good product. So this is what I'm gonna... No! God, I hate when my brushes fall on the floor head first and they were just cleaned. Hate that. Now it's dirty. Back to the highlighter. So for today, I'm gonna use this highlighter. I should probably add like a little skin mist. It's been a minute since I've set my face. I'm gonna grab this Dominique Cosmetics Ultra Fine Mist. This is not from the drugstore, but this is just what I have handy. I'm gonna actually cover my eyes. I'm gonna give that a chance to absorb. I'm gonna pick up a bit of that. I'm gonna go ahead and glide that. Look how pretty that is. That is just super glowing, super golden, and very forgiving. So even though this is a very simple look, doesn't it just feel a little bit more special? Doesn't it feel a little bit more dressed up for the holiday season? That's kind of like where my mind is at when I'm thinking about spending the holidays with your family, but being festive at the same time. Like, this is something that would go well if you are dressed up or if you are in your PJs, just like chilling in front of the tree, you know? But anyway, moving on to lips. For the lip category, I have several options of lip products that I really, really like from the drugstore. And I will say that Maybelline is probably the brand that really excels at lip products from the drugstore. My favorite lipsticks are definitely the Maybelline lipsticks. Specifically, I'm talking about the Ultimatte lipsticks in the following shades: More Rust, More Scarlet, More Ruby, More Truffle, and More Berry. These would be the shades that I would recommend for the holiday season. There's two red options. There's a rust kind of option, also like a deeper brown, and like a berry, like wine shade. So I feel like any of these would go really great with this look, whether it's like a brown or a wine or a red or a rust. If you're looking for a non-transferable liquid lipstick, I would highly recommend the Lip Bar liquid lipsticks. They are some of my fave. Boss Lady is one of my absolute favorite reds that everyone should get their hands on. I also have the shade Brickhouse, which is like a little bit more deep, like a little bit more of a brick red. And if you're looking for more of a gloss, like something you could just put on after dinner, I would recommend Heartbreaker lip gloss, also from the Lip Bar. So any of these are just really, really great options. For today, I am thinking, should we go pumpkin vibes or should we go brick vibes? Well, why don't I give you both options? Or I'll show you what the pumpkin looks like. Quite stunning if you ask me. I think this is a really, really great color for Thanksgiving. Perhaps not for Christmas, but definitely still like very Thanksgiving vibes. And because the eye look is so minimal, but because it's so glowy and so golden and so just like festive in the most understated way, you can really get away with any color, from pumpkin to red to brick to whatever you like. For me, this is what I would go for Thanksgiving. Also, this is a lip color that is just so comfortable to wear. It's so easy to reapply. Such a flexible, comfortable formula on the lips. I am obsessed. You can even take like a deeper shade, like Truffle, and do like a little ombre action. You know, maybe mute that down a bit. Totally your choice. But if you know you are going to be drinking and eating a lot, and if you're gonna be taking lots of pictures and you need something reliable, if you need something super trustworthy, you're probably better off with a non-transferable liquid lipstick like the one from the Lip Bar. So I am gonna show you what the Brickhouse looks like. All right, so while my lips are still setting, I'm gonna grab this ColourPop liquid liner from the Nightmare Before Christmas collab, and I'm just gonna give myself a tiny little wing. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you are someone who's into a liquid liner moment, I will say that ColourPop has pretty good, inexpensive liquid liners. And with something so subtle, I sometimes just like to give myself a wing. So not necessarily the line all the way across my lid, but just a wing. All right, lips are almost dry. And because this is a creamy formula, it takes a little bit longer for this particular liquid lipstick to actually set. But once it's set, it is solid. It's not going anywhere. You can easily kiss your boo or your baby or drink that wine and not worry about it transferring. So anyway, you guys, this is the final look using all of my current favorite drugstore products. All right, you guys, this look is my fave. It is so easy to achieve. It's so me, but it's not over the top. It's not crazy. It's not loud. It's not something that makes me feel like it took me a million years to put on and then I don't want to remove at the end of the day. It's something that can easily transition from day to night, from your family dinner table to your office party. So I highly recommend everything that I use today. These are products that I swear by, that I keep in my arsenal. Some of them are new products that I just discovered this year, but a lot of them are my drugstore staples that I have had around for a long time. So with that said, I hope you guys found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I hope you have an amazing holiday season with your loved ones, with your friends. You guys are my friends, and so I just want to wish you an amazing holiday, an amazing weekend, an amazing month ahead, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you so much. Mwah. Oh, and check out more videos over here. More me for you. Click it. Peace.